We are coming at you live from the Chirp Shack. You know the fellas. Jay, Brent, Stephan, and Chris. This is Just Chirping.
What's up, boys?
What's up, fellas?
How's it going, everybody?
Hey, guys.
So it's been another long week. Chris, what's what, buddy?
Not a whole lot.
That's
Same as
typical.
usual.
That's typical. Seriously, I don't. Why do we even offer to give this guy the mic?
No, for once I actually did something.
Oh, you did?
Yes. As I mentioned last week, I wasn't just joking. I did actually hop on a plane and went down to Nashville. Spent the weekend down there in Tennessee.
Well, how'd that go?
We'll get to that. So we'll turn it over to Stephan here. See what he has going on.
Oh, man, busy weekend. Child athletics. Not a whole lot more to report.
Slow weekend then.
Yeah, baseball, hockey,
You were supposed to join me on Friday night. I had a little cookout over there for the kids.
I had to take the wife out to dinner.
That's right. What was
Yeah.
that for?
Her birthday was last Wednesday.
Yeah, so you did have some big deal going on.
That was kind of a big deal. Yeah, I took her out to a
Jay came out and
Well,
hung out.
hold
Took her out
on.
to
The
the
only
Sizzler.
reason Stephan couldn't go and had to take his wife out is because you were here till 2 a.m. on her birthday.
Okay.
Well, she gave
I
us
was
permission,
not alone.
and the pizza rolls were hot.
I was
oh no,
not
I
alone.
left. I left by a
Midnight.
decent time.
He left by midnight, I heard.
Yeah, he left at 12:58.
For the record, I said, it's your birthday. You want to get it in tonight? And she's like, no, I'm going to bed. I go, does that mean that me and Brent can go drink a couple more beers? She said, I don't care if you set the house on fire. Just be quiet.
Yeah, don't wake up.
It's
Don't wake
always-
up the kids.
It is always be quiet.
Yeah.
And respectfully slow because respectfully
Jay is
so
respectively slow.
because you are the loudest one and she's always speaking to you.
I'm the loudest one?
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
fuck that. Brent was real loud. He woke Case up twice.
I
and
actually.
that was while we were in the kitchen.
Yeah, we
On
should have stayed
purpose?
downstairs.
No, he
I
just-
got loud.
He's a little special.
I was cackling. It was.
Well,
All right, let's
so-
stop making Brett
well-
feel bad.
Since you guys asked, I had a pretty good weekend.
Oh, yeah, Jay,
Wait.
how was your weekend?
Yeah, I was
Sorry,
gonna say, I
let's
didn't
get it
ask.
on the
Did you?
Yeah, no, that's okay. Introduce myself. Actually, I was kind of waiting for Stephan to say the highlight of his weekend was working with me on Saturday, but
Well, that ain't the truth.
but he didn't, so that's okay. And that was
forgot
not
about
the
that.
highlight of my week either. Actually, the highlight of my week was. Okay, that was the highlight.
No,
of
the
my week.
highlight of Jay's weekend was buying the wife a new set of golf clubs.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I got to buy my wife a set of golf
Yeah,
clubs
yeah.
because she likes the sport too.
She was
Idiot.
crushing them though. I give her that. She was crushing them.
I still don't golf.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just sit over there. In the
But
corner.
I want to hear more about this Nashville, Chris.
Yeah.
Tell me what's up, bud.
So as I had mentioned last week, was kind of excited. Was able to receive an upgrade to first class. I'd seen on a flight when I was down to Florida back in January that, they still had all the creature comforts up there.
Flying first class.
Yeah.
Up in the sky.
So really looking forward to that. Nope. An airline that I was on shut down all service, beverage and snack. So I got absolutely nothing.
I wonder
So-
what an airline that was.
Yeah. Although the extra legroom was pretty nice. To
Wait a minute.
add-
You're telling me you got. Hold on. The very first. Hold on.
I love
The very first time you go on first class, they are giving you anything.
No,
you don't
nothing.
even get
I don't
to
even
get
get the
drunk
tiny
on
water
first-
bottle
Oh my
and the
God.
cracker or the
So
cookies.
you might as well not. Literally, the only thing you got was legroom.
Yes.
Did you get a moist towel?
No, nothing. They give everybody a disinfectant wipe.
As
that
soon as you
can
jump
take.
on the bird.
You
didn't
didn't
get-
even get the hot towel.
You didn't
No.
get a sleep pillow?
No.
You didn't get a
None of
rub
that
and a
stuff.
tug?
I was super
That's
excited.
called coach.
What kind
Okay,
of
Chris,
airline
that's
is
called
this?
coach.
But to make matters worse, on the second leg, so I flew down to Charlotte, and then from Charlotte to Nashville, I was back in, regular steerage where I normally fly. And as I'm up there, or sitting there, paying attention to what's going on up in first class, there's beverage service for them. So,
Really?
yes, just for whatever reason, yeah.
So you were second first class? Is that what you're saying?
No, I was just back in economy. They don't call it coach anymore. It was just economy.
I see what you did
Oh
there.
my gosh, they sent you up to the out to the upper deck. What a crap
Yeah.
shoot.
So, anyways, got to Nashville.
Steerage.
It was a good time. Met up with some friends from college that we haven't all been together in about 10 years. They don't call it Nash Vegas for nothing. So we were out there Friday night, Saturday night. Went out Saturday night out on Broadway. It was definitely an experience. Being out and about a little bit around town and stuff, seeing live bands, not just a live person singing, but, an actual band and everything. But about 10 o'clock, we decided to call it a night and head back to the hotel because we couldn't handle all the bachelorette parties and stuff that were out there. So, and it was loud and we couldn't sit down. So, this middle-aged thing is definitely starting to take its toll on me.
Sounds like a story I would tell, and I'm in my 30s, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that
It's
hurt.
making sense. So are
all
you.
over my shirt.
Yeah. Overall, it was a good time. If you guys get a chance to get down there, check out the Country Music Hall of Fame. Grand Ole Opry, very awesome.
You know what? I will say this, Chris, that I have been wanting to get down to Nashville. I have a good friend, Tim and Brooke. They would go down there. Used to go down there all the time. I have not personally heard anything bad. I heard it's actually a beautiful city. And they really enjoy it a lot. I have never been to Nashville besides when I was 7 years old, and my dad drove through it on the way to Orlando, Florida for Easter weekend.
I kind of feel like I'm listening to a Pure Michigan commercial, but about Tennessee, told by a bunch of degenerates who don't even live in the state.
Yeah.
We'll see how things
I
go
must
up
say,
here.
that makes
I
sense.
wouldn't mind
Checks all
moving
the
down to
boxes.
Tennessee at least for another month or two until, things settle down up here. But I will call out Luke Bryan, though, because his bar served sushi.
Are you kidding me?
No, not at all.
Wait, you're surprised by that? Have you guys seen his jeans? He doesn't even wear a cowboy hat. How is he country?
Well,
I mean, he's got a dang good voice and he sings dang good songs.
Oopsie daisy.
yeah, I'll just put that out there. If you go to Nashville and you want sushi, which I have no idea why you would do that, the one place you can go on Broadway to get that is Luke Bryan's bar.
I am not surprised
Is
by
that
that
what it's
one
called?
Luke Bryan's bar, yeah.
Yes.
bit. Yeah.
And that had a very short line to get into. Jason Aldean's was like down and around the block.
Is that called Jason Aldean's?
Yes. I also went to Alan Jackson's bar.
It's right
and,
next
you
to
know,
Kenny Rogers Roaster.
I have a Alan Jackson's bar.
But I was very surprised, though, at the bars. They played a lot of
Toby
classic
Keith.
rock and a lot of classic country and stuff out there. So it was good to hear those, songs from my childhood from the 90s and stuff.
I love
Yeah.
this bar.
Fair enough. Fair
Go
enough.
to the
Well,
Pam Tellis bar later.
I've never been to Nashville, but I've been to Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg.
Sounds just as cool.
Pigeon Forge is
Sign
like
me up.
it's a tourist destination area, so and it's geared towards like families. And then Gatlinburg is right before the mountains, I guess you'll say. And that's geared a little bit more towards like maybe couples, but both close to each other and awesome places. In fact, me and the missus want to get back out to Gatlinburg and do some camping up in the mountains. They got like cabins and stuff that you got to hike to.
Yeah.
Looking
That
forward
sounds
to that.
nice.
But we could sit here and talk about that all day.
Unless I'm looking for cougars, I'm not going in the mountains.
Oh, you'll find one.
They
up
were
there.
all over in Nashville.
Oh yeah, everywhere. I want to get into
Nice.
this freaking leg break
Oh,
for
my
sports
gosh.
talk. Can we talk
Oh,
about this for a second?
Let's get into it.
Well, obviously we all caught it on Facebook, right?
I did not watch the video.
I-
I cannot handle those.
Oh my lord.
I will say this. I have done martial arts in my life, and I don't go looking for that stuff. Last time I saw it was Spider Silva did it, broke his
Yeah.
leg like that.
Yeah,
I did
yeah,
not.
Silva.
I did not go looking at it. I can only imagine that is terrible.
Yeah. So
It was
takeaway
nasty.
on that one, it was Uriah Hall and Chris Weidman. So Weidman was the guy who broke his leg on the leg kick. So it was a compound
That
fracture.
he delivered.
He delivered it. Ironically enough, he received a kick like that in a past fight, and the guy that was delivering the kick had the same injury.
Broke his leg.
Yeah,
Really?
Now you
Yeah.
said compound?
I believe it was a compound.
Did it
went
break the
through
skin?
No, it broke.
Yeah.
It came through the skin. I didn't see blood. Listen, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
As
wow.
soon as I saw
Well,
the
they cut the
kick in the
feed.
leg, I
Good.
kept scrolling. That
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Once he felt like he delivered the kick, transferred the body weight, went to go back on the kicking leg to
See, I didn't
step
even get that
back,
far.
He
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
completely toppled over, and at that point, the bone went
Poke
through
through.
the skin.
Okay. I watched Chuck Liddell once. I think it was Chuck Liddell, and if I'm wrong, then I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but
send us an email.
I'm pretty sure I saw Chuck Liddell. Someone had him like an arm bar, and he was like picking this guy up off the mat, like, and he's crazy. And I'm pretty sure his arm broke. But if it wasn't him, it was someone that looked like him. And that was a few years back, and that again, one of those things where you can't unsee that.
Yeah. That's gnarly as hell.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, so
That sucks.
check that one out.
If you guys,
if you're into that stuff, go check that one out.
Yeah, don't do it while you're eating lunch for crying out
if
loud.
you're into that stuff, when I cut my finger off, I have some pictures. Just email us and I'll send them to you.
Oh boy.
Yeah. We're not giving out our
Email
email
us seriously. So okay, well, I want to talk a little bit hockey. We were talking.
Oh
about
wait,
this
wait,
earlier.
hold on, Jay. Sorry. While we're on the fight topic, I just got to throw a little thing out there. So breaking news: Logan Paul, Jake Paul's brother.
Oh no.
The less asshole of the two. I think they're both assholes, but his fight was accepted by Floyd Mayweather. So this shit is going down in June.
I'm still waiting for Jake Paul to accept I called him out last week.
What the hell?
Seriously though, Floyd is all about making that money. He'll take any fight at this point in his life.
Oh, this is great. This is an awesome sideshow. So, theoretically, Floyd's going to work him around the mat.
He's gonna win.
And
He always wins
this guy-
because he doesn't take a fight unless he
he can
says in the
win.
beginning, "I'm winning. I don't care."
Yeah. 46 and
Floyd
0 or
will
whatever.
never
yeah,
lose.
so we've got over 50-0 Floyd going against YouTube phenom who is 0-1 professionally. How bad could the outcome
I'm putting
possibly
my money
be?
on the YouTube guy.
Hey, if there's money to be bet and you guys find about it, let me know. I'm about to throw down a fat.
So my only
stack.
question is to the group, who's like, are you guys buying this fight?
No, it's
Are we
another
paying
one of
for this?
Floyd's stunts.
I haven't bought a fight since 1980, all right? I have no interest in boxing. The fighters back in the day were way different. They threw haymakers. They made sure people hit the mat. Larry Holmes, Mike Tyson.
Well, you ain't talking about Floyd then, because I don't think anybody's ever hit a man.
No, he's a point fighter.
He
I'm not
doesn't
in for
send
point fighting.
Freaking punches. He
I want people to
dodges them.
take naps.
And good for him. He's made a career out of it. I'm not saying that, like I could go in there and whoop his butt. I'm just saying he's not that fun to watch.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I think this is going to end up like the. Oh, geez. My mind just went blank. Mike
Tyson and Roy Jones Jr.
Yes. It's going to end up in a draw. And you're going to have Snoop Dogg perform halfway through.
No way.
So if that's the case.
You're telling me there's a halftime show by Snoop Dogg?
I'm
There
sure
was in the Mike Tyson
it was
fight.
Triller.
No, Snoop Dogg performed
No,
too.
no,
Or
no.
did he just do
did. It was-
commentary?
no, their new line is called Triller. This is like
Is
a
this actually part
YouTube
of it?
spin-off that they're trying
Okay.
to put out their Triller. It was broadcasted on Triller.
That's right.
Yeah. So everybody, download Triller, follow, like, subscribe
Or not.
We start talking about Floyd, and I'm about to fall asleep. Let's
Yeah,
move on to
exactly.
hockey
Yeah,
fight.
we're moving on to
Just
hockey
chirping
fights.
is moving to Triller, boys.
No, we're going hockey
Get
fights.
me out of here. I want to talk about real
All
fights
right, enough
here.
boxing. Let's get into the real scrap.
Stephan, you know the names.
All right, so couple of heavy and mid to heavyweights. Brendan Lemieux from the LA Kings went up against Josh Manson of Anaheim. Battle of the West Coast. Both guys have dads that played in the end, so I think that was the one that called me to this fight. I mean, it wasn't a dandy, but
No,
a
it's
couple
okay.
of big guys going after it, kind of
Listen,
cool.
I watched it. Not the most exciting, but at least some heavy blows were landed.
Yes, there were some good throws on that one.
Yeah, some good throws. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, hey, hats off to you, boys.
Check that one out. And then the big one that we saw, Luke Shen delivered one hell of a late hit on Kubalak, and that resulted in the Russian Nikita Zadorov getting in and giving him, letting him ringing the bell for Shen.
Hey,
I was going to say that, you know what? I don't care who you are on that team. If you actually see this play, that puck is gone way too long. Anybody should have stood up at that moment
Yeah.
and answered that. That was pretty dirty in my
Dude,
world.
I watched that hit. I'd have went out there and punched him right in his face.
Jay would have came off the
if
bench.
I was 6 inches taller and another 75
Yeah,
pounds.
I would have punched him in the thigh.
But no, seriously, that was bullshit. Like you said, yeah, anybody, the smallest guy, the biggest guy, I'm just glad it was a big boy, but I'm gonna jump right into the fight that came next.
Yes.
Zadorov, where the you got worked, buddy. First off, let a guy like, I shouldn't say let a guy like that deliver a hit. Shen, cheap move, but your job was to go out there and make Shen pay for that move, and then Shen made you look like his biznatch.
Hey, coach always said follow through and finish your checks. So on Shen,
there's following through.
Dude,
But
you're in the pros, and he never stopped staring at his head.
no,
Never.
I totally
the
agree
guy
with you.
had time to stop,
He
pull
didn't
up,
care
get
about
out
the
of the way. Hey, good on Shen.
You're
Really?
giving Shen good hits?
Are you
Dang.
serious, man?
Dang.
No, I'm not serious.
If somebody clicked a teammate like that, or I got clicked like that,
I don't think
I
we're
would
friends
hope.
anymore.
I would hope that somebody would come off that bench and make it right.
I
So I would
was-
feel better as I was going to the hospital.
I've been there. I've been there for you in a men's league game.
yeah, you got me a water
I
bottle. once.
defended your fucking honor.
Well, boys.
What else do we have?
You know what? I really want to jump forward here. So we have an interview coming to you guys here just in a couple minutes.
Yes,
it
I'm
was
excited for this one.
Melanie and Drew Polak.
No, Pollock.
Pollock.
Sorry.
Is that Polish?
I had to. I'm sorry.
It's not even Polish, so we can't call it Polak.
So
It's got to be
no,
Pollock.
Good interview. Actually, we already recorded this, and so it was really good. It's exciting. You guys are gonna love it. I gotta say this right off the start. These two are awesome people. Been around long enough and played with both of them long enough and against them long enough. Great hockey players.
Jay, wait a minute. I'm going to cut you off right here. When you called me earlier today, you said that you didn't even like Drew.
Well,
Nobody likes Drew.
nobody likes the guy that makes you have to work 10 times harder.
That
when you're
is
on
true.
the
He'll
ice.
make you work. He'll make you earn it.
I'm still over on the blue line waiting for him to hang out with me and drink beer during the pond tournament.
My bad, I'm cutting you off there, but
No,
I had to tease you about that because I watched you guys on the ice, man. You guys, great battles, no stop, and I just thought I'd give you a little chirp there because it was a good interview, and it's nice to know that everybody sitting at the table gets along here.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, and no, what's the word I'm looking for?
Jay, he might be nicer.
Animosity.
Ill will.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Oh, no,
Absolutely
there's
nothing.
absolutely not. I'm just saying it's
like
fun
he
to
was
watch
saying
those.
it earlier, watching the interview. He's like, he is competitive.
Oh yes.
I am
Yeah.
competitive. On the ice, it might be a FU and FU, but off the ice, it's like
Yeah.
we're all buds.
Yeah.
And that's again,
Soft
you guys
blankets
talked
and
about
You'll
pink
this.
find that in the interview.
Yeah, you'll hear about this in the interview.
Yeah,
I just really want to say, like, I didn't think it got brought up how good of hockey players they both are,
Oh,
and as husband
tremendous.
as wife,
True
like
story.
it's a really cool thing. It really is. I was super glad we can have them. So, I mean, unless you guys got something to say, you want to get into the
Hey,
interview?
no, let's
without
just jump
further
right in
ado,
it.
let's send it.
Let's out.
I'm excited.
Here they go.
All right. Now it's time to get into some of the nitty gritty. I'm sitting down here with Mel and Drew Pollock, and we're going to talk a little bit of Silver Puck. That stuff's going to be coming up here. But before we get into any of this, I do want to let you guys introduce yourself, but I'm putting this out there right away. I met Mel first before Mel even knew it. And Drew, you're lucky that you're still married.
I'm just baggage.
Mel, why don't you go first and tell us about yourself a little bit?
I started playing hockey at a very young age. Had a brother who was a goalie.
That's too bad.
I'm not a psycho. I went a different way. I've been playing pretty much since I could walk, and I met my lovely husband at the Hockey for Life charity tournament in Kalamazoo.
So after the divorce, how'd you meet Drew?
Oh. Husband number one.
It's on record, though. It's on record.
Yeah, that's me.
And Drew?
Yeah, so I grew up playing hockey. I had an older brother who played hockey. Going through, all that. Had a half brother who's much younger who played hockey, and so a lot of beatings given, a lot of beatings taken.
So
You know,
where
in the
are you?
basement, Russ?
Are you like middle, youngest, oldest?
I'm the middle between the ones that played hockey. So
you got
I'm
your
the forgotten
beatings.
child. Yeah,
You got
yeah.
your beatings.
And but no, yeah, grew up playing hockey, and then Mel and I met playing in a charity hockey tournament, which was fantastic, and we've been together and playing ever since.
little bit of trivia here. How long have you been married?
Coming up on 5 years in July.
I noticed, Drew, you didn't jump on that one.
No, I was doing math in my head. So a little beautiful planning on my part. We got married on July 16th of
Good
2016. So 1616, I always remember the year.
Bingo.
Hey, little
Well,
trivia.
Well, here we
trivia
go.
night for you.
This is kind of how I met your wife. I was at Silver Puck, and we were looking for a person to play in a rec league, okay? And all of a sudden, Kazi's wife, Lindsay, starts saying, I know this girl. I got this girl. I just met her. She plays hockey. I hear she's pretty good. Kazi and I did not care to hear about any of the hockey details. Find her on Facebook. Find her on Facebook. We want to see the pictures. And I'm not going to lie, her hair was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We were smitten at that very moment. And I was like, and my girlfriend's sitting right there. Kazi's wife's right there. And we're like, is she single? What's going on with this girl? You know, we did not do the research into all of this. We were just smitten with your profile picture. She sent you a couple texts. And next thing we know, we had a new teamie. And after that, that's when finally met you. And I was like, you know what? I kind of like this guy. I'm not going to take this guy's girl from him. So to me, it was a fun story, but Kazi and I in that locker room with you two characters, was that not a fun locker room?
That was one of the funnest teams I've ever played on. That Monday night team was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was one of the first teams, not the first team, but one of the first teams I played on up here. But it was my introduction into the whole Silver Puck and that family, and it was an experience, and a great one, but it was an experience.
you know what was so cool about you guys jumping in and how we met and all that? It was almost like we were family, like right away. There was like, you started chirping me, Drew, right out the gate. And then Mel jumps in, and then Kazi, he just doesn't matter. Anybody who walks in the door is fair game. But I mean, it was like we grew up together. It was really no walls at all. It was like an amazing experience.
Yeah, nobody missed a beat.
You noticed that team didn't get back together again because I think we'd go to jail.
Yeah, that was Rough Riders.
We were talking about, how long we've been married. We spent our anniversary together playing with that team.
Okay.
I don't know if you recall this story, but it was our anniversary. We had a game that night, and we decided that we were going to celebrate before the game. And Melanie and Carrie, decided to bring some libations for us, and we enjoyed them. And Melanie may or may not have taken a spill that night. She claims she was pushed. Claims.
I don't think she was.
And she may or may not have conkied herself that night.
I certainly don't claim that. I walked onto the ice like baby Bambi. No legs.
I remember, I think I was on the bench, and I think I was close to you, and you went down behind the net right next to the boards, was it not? Or somewhere close to that.
Right, in our zone. Right,
and we're just like, Mel just died. Like, that was our only response. We're like, it's over. It's done. And you come to the bench, glossy-eyed even more than you ever were. You're like, I think I'm going to need a line change.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's where it all started. And now here we are, a few years later, and you guys are still doing it. I guess I want to say,
yeah,
like,
we are.
Why? Okay, why? I mean, why are you still doing it? But like, you guys are very consistent with always wanting to be a part of this. It is really, from my stance, it is so cool to have these people. It's like people in my life that are like, hey, I want to be a part of this. I want to do this. I put a message out there, Drew. I have like unsolicited you, and you are just volunteering so often. What? I guess why? I just want to hear this. I don't know why there's such a. You're not the only one. There's so many others.
Yeah, no. I appreciate it. And it's one of those things where the hockey community itself is a tight knit community, and everybody really supports each other. It's not unique to somebody who's a novice or a veteran or wherever. I mean, you get to know people, and everybody's from different walks of life. I mean, all over the place, different upbringings, all that. and hockey really brings people together. And so I'm a firm believer in supporting the communities that you're a part of and that you get along with. And so, not to mention, it's given a lot back to me. You know, I wouldn't be sitting here with you guys if it wasn't for this participation. So it's not just a give; it's a give and take. It's
Right,
not,
absolutely.
You know, I wouldn't have, especially us being relatively new to Grand Rapids, we wouldn't have a lot of the friends we have if we didn't participate.
It all started with that Facebook picture.
Yeah, it just me riding on her coattails like everything else, you know.
Are you guys from Kalamazoo, both of you, or?
Not originally. So originally, I'm from Midland.
Okay.
I lived in Kalamazoo for about 13 years. Started at Western down there and all that, and then hung around being a hockey bum and managing some retail business down there. And I'll let her tell her side of the story.
I grew up in Clarkson on the east side of the state, played hockey over there, and then went to school over at Western. Brent, Chippewa, know you love to hear it.
Fire up, Chips. I know. I was over here biting my lip the whole time. I'm like, don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Met Drew down there, like we said, in the charity hockey tournament, and his business is up here, so that's what brought us to Grand Rapids, and met you fine fellas.
Oh, we're happy to have you.
So we're the lucky ones, I guess.
I think we are.
Yeah.
You know, but you guys, this last winter, we stepped on the ice. I tried to pull off, and I somewhat did, you know, pull off a winter pond hockey league over at For the Kids Ice Center, FTK. What did you guys think of it overall? And you can say that there was things you liked or didn't like. I get it. It's the first time we ever tried to even pull something like this off.
I mean, our team was above salary cap the whole year with the little ringer we had, 10-year-old ringer.
Yeah. Seriously, feed the kid the puck.
No, but it was a blast. Anytime I get to play with Robin, it's awesome. I grew up playing with Robin. She's a good friend of mine. Your tournaments, Drew touched on what it means to just be a part of the hockey community. Through your tournaments, I've reconnected with so many people I grew up playing hockey with who still live in the area, and that's awesome for me.
I think that is one thing that I noticed more so with you, Mel, is when you started playing in the tournaments. It just seemed like, oh my gosh, I know her. I played against her. I played with her,
Yeah.
and it was just like, holy smokes, you just kind of stepped right in.
Yeah.
I have a really funny story about that real quick. Her knowing everybody, I went out to see a buddy in Boston, and we were going to skate. He's got the skate that he does at Harvard, and it's an awesome skate. And a bunch of Hobie Baker winners. I was an absolute plug. I almost puked my brains out trying to keep up with these guys.
So you're basically saying,
But
I am that guy on every other team that I play on.
So-
You were him.
Yeah,
I was the plug.
Yeah, it's worse. It was worse. But I'm going through there, and I'm flying out, and I bring my hockey gear, but my bag was tattered, so I brought hers, which has her number, and it's a Victory Honda bag. Honeybake, sorry. So, I might have crossed the line there. But
You
anyways,
stand corrected.
yeah, I'm going through TSA, and this TSA agent walks up, and she goes, "Is that your bag?" And I said, "No. This is my wife's bag."
Well, it's vibrating.
Yeah. Why is it ticking? So, anyways, I'm going, "Hey, you know, what's the deal with that?" And she goes, "Well, I played with a girl who played there, and she had this number." She goes, "Do you know Melanie?" I said, that's my wife. This is my wife's bag." And it was Marianne, correct? That was working TSA at the time, and so that's part of the reason we got connected.
Don't check
too.
the side pocket.
So the only reason I clarify Honeybaked is because I played on Victory Honda with Marianne. She would hate that it was the Honeybaked bag.
Gotcha.
Did you play with Robin as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Was this Honeybake also? Or was this a different team with Robin?
Different years. I played Victory Honda with Marianne and Robin. But I played Honeybaked previous years.
Drew's right back in the game. So with all the years that you have actually put in, Mel, do you like playing on this side of the state? Do you notice a difference in play between the two sides, east side and west side?
Not necessarily a difference in play. I don't know if it's because when I started playing on this side of the state, it was more the beer league side of things.
Gotcha.
And I don't have to take life so seriously, but this side seems friendlier.
Absolutely more fun. Not so much. This winter, while we're out there, you know, talking about Deeks and Dangles a little bit, it kind of reminds me of a story. I don't know. I know what my perspective was. I don't know. Drew, Mel, which one would like to take this over?
Well, Drew proposed to her that weekend, so I think he should
wasn't the
probably
only
take
one.
over.
Yeah, well, but she accepted. So
I got declined.
I did.
sorry.
I did. I'm a salesman, so I said, "Hey, I'm only doing this for tax reasons for both of us. So we're getting married," and she bid on it. So hey, it worked.
He's a numbers guy.
Yeah. So it worked out pretty good. Apparently, I got sister wives now.
Moving to Utah. That's
Yeah.
where we're playing
Let's
next.
go.
With that, though, I'm talking about the sausage incident.
Oh, the sausage incident.
The
So
slap heard round the world.
Yes.
I heard the seismologers. I think that's what you call them. Size, whatever they are.
Mammaries?
Seismology. I'm doing great. I feel like Biz right now.
Oh, mushmouth.
Yeah, but anyways, little earthquake detectors. I heard they went off in Japan from that sausage slap. So
Seismogram.
size, I think that's right. Maybe we'll see. We'll have to Google it.
I'll
Anyways,
Google that.
nonetheless, yeah. So we were on about our 5th bottle of Pink Whitney on a Saturday, I think.
By
during
the
tournament.
way,
Not sponsored yet.
by the way,
No free ads.
I will say this: that weekend, that Saturday, I think is an all-time record for libations consumed. And I want to say, if there was one team that did their fair share, I think that would be just Drew. Mel, you're a close second, but no, this title goes to Drew.
Yeah. Well, it was shared, so but it did create the brilliant idea. We went in the locker room. Carrie decided that a good shot would be Pink Whitney and rum chata for whatever reason, and there was a pepperoni sausage sitting on the table in the locker room that had a bite out of it.
Yes,
One bite. And
Everybody
Brett-
knows the rules.
yeah, everybody knows the rules. So Brent walked in, and Carrie said, "I want you to do this shot." And I came up with the brilliant rule, being this deep, that, well, if you're going to take a shot, then you're also going to get slapped at the sausage before you take it. So Carrie wound up like Cabrera at the plate.
Yeah.
And I mean, how this guy did not have a just absolute black eye is a miracle of God. I mean, it was impressive.
Well, you could have put the sausage on the black eye. I mean,
Oh,
hey, it's a
man.
win-win.
I mean, she hit me. I heard you in the back of the room like, oh. I see Mel out of the corner of my eye just holding her face like that did not just happen that way. I saw stars. I fell in love right on the spot.
I don't blame you.
I know you and I are competing. I know what you're getting at here.
That explains
Don't
the
forget, I'm the
CTE.
one who's married to her. So
Oh.
Wait, you get to take that
Loophole.
home?
Now what?
That was the one that hung out to me.
She felt so bad though. I mean, after that, she followed me around and was like, I am so sorry. Please hit me in the face. Just punch me right in the face all week. And I'm like, Carrie, I cannot do this. And she's like, yep, I have it coming. I have it coming. And there's just no way I could bring myself to it. Yeah.
And at that point, she said, "What time is it?"
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody knows what time it is. Yeah.
She did that to you that weekend, and then the next year she gave Stephan a spinal cord injury. So she's a nice lady.
Whoa. Stephan, tell me this story.
Yeah, that was in the. We played against these guys this past winter,
Yeah.
and we're over by the dasher board at FTK. I lost my footing. She was kind of leaning on me a little bit, and I went face first
She
into the
wasn't
wall.
leaning. She shoved you.
Well, I was being nice, but yeah, I think she shoved me.
Leaned right into it.
Did you
2
like
minutes,
it, though?
well worth it.
I mean, it hurt for a little bit the next day and 6 weeks later, but yeah, I mean, it was worth it.
I do got to say that after the sausage incident, we went to Costco this year, and we found the biggest sausage we could possibly find in hopes of a repeat. That didn't happen, and I'm not
No.
kidding you. That was a girthy 4-pound sausage.
I
that would've-
remember you cut me off a chunk of that sausage and it hit the ground and you still wanted me to eat it. I was like, I'm not doing that.
Here it go. Whop.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounded like a fucking pancake.
Dude, you pulled that out. You threw it all the way across that cabin. I was like, I haven't had that experience since college.
Yeah, it
Sausage coming at me from everywhere.
It kind of reminded me of that wild thing you found in your bag on hockey on
Yeah,
Thursday night.
you know what? We're not going to talk about chocolate thunder here tonight.
Oh, is that what you call it?
Yeah, in a couple of weeks, we will definitely bring up chocolate thunder, but this is not going to happen this week. All right. Yeah. You know what, though? The one thing that I will say, we're going to be jumping topics here a little bit, but I do want to say that, Drew, you and I, this is kind of surprised. I didn't give it to you in any kind of breakdown like, you might see some of our politicians get, that you and I have bumped heads a few times on the ice. And you know what I will say? I love it that you challenge me. I love that not only can you sit there and say, you know what, that's not right, or I don't like that, I don't agree with it, call it out. But then once it happens and it's resolved, it's done. You have done that not just with me. I'm not sitting here making say Drew runs around looking to get and stuff, but like with your profession and the things that you do, I can kind of get why you look at things, and that's kind of the way it is, I guess. I don't know how to really word it, but I appreciate how you're like, oh, okay, got it, let's roll.
Yeah, so there's hockey's always been one of those things that I'm a very competitive guy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you have to be, like you said, my profession, you have to be a very competitive guy to be in
Why do
sales.
you think I
and do
like
those
playing
things.
with you? We're wired kind of the same.
Yeah, and so you're going to butt heads with people. You're going to get into stuff on the ice, but it goes back to what we talked about earlier, the give and take, and the relationships are more important than a couple seconds on the ice,
Oh, absolutely.
So people are competitive, they get heated, and there's a lot of people that do that, and you just got to let bygones be bygones, and hey, we're all trying out here just to have fun, so do our thing, and I try not to rub people the wrong way, but I know I do. I'm not gonna lie, we all do it. So
Such a dick.
Yeah, well, hey,
on the ice,
yeah,
great in the studio though.
I guess
Real great.
I guess the reason why I wanted to bring that up is you sitting here with us today and all the tournaments that you're doing is, I think it's a real testament to how a lot of hockey people really do deal with situations. We can be extremely abrasive with each other at times, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, boop, done. We move forward for a common goal, and I really appreciate, is what I'm saying. I really appreciate the level of honesty that you have always brought ever since I met you. And able, Mel's back in the game.
Oopsie daisy. Was that on the
This
mic?
was getting way too serious.
No, I just appreciate it, and it really is a testament to meeting new people, putting yourself out there, and being able to come together like we have.
It is, and I appreciate it. And there's you try to judge it a little bit too. I'm not going to sound harsh,
Yeah, you don't
but
want to do that with Nate.
It's
not gonna- you don't wanna
I'll
do
do it
that.
with Nate. I'll do better.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody does it with Nate.
No. It's more of the some people they're not experienced enough either to know what's acceptable, what's not.
That's
There's
true.
accidents that happen.
Yep.
That type of stuff, and I'll leave it at that.
No, it's true,
So
absolutely
you
true.
got to recognize the people that know better and the people that don't too.
Now we're going to talk a little bit of hockey hold'em here. You guys won hockey hold'em. We'll probably touch on that in another show, but it's a different kind of concept hockey tournament that kind of involves a little bit of artificial gambling. I have chips, and and everybody gets to gamble chips, and the winners get to play in the finals. There was one year that you two made it through the gambit, as we call it, and got to raise the cup together. Care to share a little bit, maybe your experiences with hockey hold'em and winning that title with each other?
What was your guys' strategy so that you could make it to Sunday
There's
together?
no strategy to that. Stay so.
Like, hey, how much are you betting tonight? All
So-
right, 250 you, 250.
No. So actually, what's really funny is I think that year our team on Sunday, we were all sitting in the locker room, and we all said the same thing. We all said, "I went all in because I partied too hard on Saturday, and I don't want to play today." And we all won.
Who doesn't do that? Saturday night, I don't care anymore. I'm like, screw it. I'm going all in. Win or lose.
And then you win.
Then you have to show up on Sunday.
Now you won one time with Mel, right? Was Drew
Yeah.
on that team? Or
No.
was
No,
it the
it was
next?
That was
Jay.
I think that was
Stephan,
before
Jay,
you guys
and
got
I.
married, or were you guys just married?
We were married, but it was the year
Okay.
beforehand. You, Jay, and I won it together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what it was.
That was.
And then the following year for the back-to-back title. Because, I mean, I'll be honest, we're sitting here with 5-time champions, between the two of you.
Wow.
Oh, big
Mel sitting
deal.
there with,
wow.
over there with her 3, and Drew, you got 2, looking for more.
I thought it was 4-1.
There you go. Keep the
4
change.
Am I wrong? Is it 4 and 1?
No.
I think it's 3 and 2.
Stay hot.
Yeah.
Stay hot.
Stay golden, pony boy.
Well, all I can say, Bren, is it's nice you put Drew on a team with me so he can see what raising a trophy is like. That was nice.
Whoa,
That
whoa,
was
wait a
nice.
minute. He raised the trophy when he married you.
I saw our Facebook profile. Yeah, it checks out.
I actually I didn't even buy her new glasses until after we got married because I don't want to see what I didn't want her to have clear
She didn't
vision.
want to know what
I
she
was
was like.
I was like to her I was like all the Sasquatch videos, it's just this blurry big beefy thing coming across, and
This
then
is Drew. He's not much to look at, but he's really, really nice, and he's
Yeah.
good to me.
Steps in the scene, and Mel's got a hat on, just squatching. But you guys realize if you guys make the finals again, I'm separating you now. Now I'm gonna tear your house apart. If one of you will win, one of you will lose. How do you feel about that?
That's fine.
yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. Who's keeping the dogs on this one?
Well, Brent, does that mean that they have to get an annulment, or how
Nope,
does
it's
that
too late
work?
for that.
Oh,
It's
okay.
gotta go all
Like
the
we
way
still
now.
split the prizes though, right?
Absolutely. You just get to pick them, or Drew gets to pick them. That's the only way that goes.
That's usually the way it goes at home too, so that's all right.
Fall in line.
Happy wife, happy life.
Now, I'm going to kind of give you guys here just a second. We'd love to hear any thoughts or any stories that I have maybe missed or things that you noticed that you might want to elaborate on a little bit. Is there anything that you might want to bring to the table here?
I mean, I guess the one thing I can say is we just really appreciate, or at least I really appreciate, I know she does too, so I shouldn't say I, but what you do. Like I said, I mean, creating a community, inviting us in. And again, it's like we didn't miss a beat when we came up here. I mean, it was like, we didn't know anybody. I think,
You didn't.
My in was,
Your wife.
well, no, Anthony, who won't have last name, but knew somebody up here because I played with him in Kalamazoo, connected me with Team English, who I played with. That was kind of my in and introduction to things. And it was just a smooth transition from everybody, totally different people, totally different names, but same community.
It doesn't matter where you
and-
go. I mean, each little community is so different, but there's so much alike too.
Yeah, I think the one thing that's vastly different is, the fact that we're bringing us into this environment. I have never experienced tournaments where all the teams, regardless of what happens, guys go out on Saturday and hang out in the parking lot with tents and grill. I'm not even lying. I just got a new truck, and Melanie and I, one of our like exciting things is the fact that I have a truck now. We're bringing a grill, we're bringing a cooler, we're tailgating.
And you got a tailgate to sit on.
Absolutely.
Puck
On it.
ready.
Join the truck club.
You know what though? Grand Rapids here is seriously rocks. I have been so lucky to, people like you, Patterson Ice Center, Tom Maney, 17 years of doing this stuff. I never, ever, ever anticipated what we have here in Grand Rapids 17 years later when I started this. Never would have imagined it. And hearing you guys say what you just got done saying, it's like, I feel like we're really welcoming. You know as much as I do. We got Nate over there throwing up a grill and complete strangers walking by. Dude, you hungry? You want a burger? You want a dog? Adam over there in his RV, which is kind of creepy. But he's like, I'm cooking food and I have popsicles.
I used to watch a website where they were taking an RV around town.
But here we are. We're coming up to Silver Puck this year. And you guys are playing together for 3 weekends in a row. You looking forward to it? Yes or no?
that a real question?
Yes.
That's a
Yes.
horrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had to check. I was trying to read your faces.
No,
on
I
this
really
one.
hate having fun
No,
and drinking
God.
beer and playing hockey.
I canceled
mean,
that
it's
golf
the
weekend for
worst.
this.
So
Like,
Whoa,
she's
whoa,
okay
wait.
with this.
So you canceled a golf weekend to play silver puck?
yeah, absolutely.
Who wouldn't?
What day was this?
It was the weekend of
Comedy.
June 11th.
Comp co-ed, I
Oh,
think.
Yeah.
the competitive co-ed. So
Yeah.
you're still playing in the golf league or the tournament on Friday night, though, right? You
Yeah.
mentioned it earlier, so
I
I'm kind
did.
of calling you out.
I did that one. I'm pretty committed to, and I might still be able to make it. I just don't know if they're going to want me to make it after golfing in this outing.
He just might
day
have
Friday.
a haircut after. It's a big hang up, you know?
Yeah, you got the haircut at 10 a.m. the next day. I know you. That's the way it always works out. Hey, Nate, you're going to be down a couple players, just to let you know.
Sorry, Nate.
I might still show up. I just might be crippled. So
Sorry, Nate.
Sorry, Nate. Now, I do want to say this. I have a little something cheesy that I do with my tournaments. I do have 3 tournaments. You got Silver Puck Challenge, Hockey Hold'em, and Deeks and Dangles. Mel, you are, celebration for what I'm about to say. You are going to be, Drew's celebrating a moment too. You're up for the AEA All-Around Championship title. In my tournaments, we have had over 1,000 people. Stephan, Jay, back in the game.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
Wah, wah, wah.
1,000 people.
make
We'll
me
just say 1,000 people to do the math easy. You could be only the 8th person to win all 3 of them out of 17 years. I know it sounds cheesy. I know it's beer league.
What a dork.
I know. But seriously, that's kind of a cool accomplishment. What do you think about it?
It's very cool. It was cool last year when you mentioned it ahead of time, too, and absolutely mushed me.
Yeah, I have to put the
Yeah.
stress on. I got to put the pressure on.
Just
But-
say shut out to a goalie.
Mike just as
It's
well.
fine.
Yeah. Hey, you got a shut out going. You got a no. Let's talk about it a little bit.
last year though, you didn't play all the weekends with your husband.
That's true.
So now you've got somebody in your corner fighting
We
with you.
got some chances.
You do have some pretty good chances. Out of the titles, we'll go back and forth here. Drew, out of the couple titles that you have, which one meant the most to you and why?
oh, definitely Hockey Hold'em
Hockey
with my
Hold'em.
wife. Yeah,
With your wife.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean,
You
that's
know
the
what
only.
you got to say now, right?
Yeah, I put her in a.
Hockey Hold'em with my husband.
Yeah. Wink, wink. No, but I mean, we've played hockey together, but we honestly don't get to play that often together, let alone win a championship. You know?
Right.
So that's a pretty amazing experience. And, we share a lot of facets of life, but there's things that we don't get to share very often. And hockey's one of them. So yeah. I mean, we've got to do it more recently, thanks to you.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that, yeah, absolutely. That'd be my favorite.
Oh, oops. Another game changer.
They're going
on.
down smooth.
Now, I do want to say here, Drew, I'm going to give you a moment because, you've taken care of me and you're a part of these tournaments. Mel, both of you, I really appreciate everything that you guys have done. Drew, I would like to give you, 30 seconds, minute here. Why don't you go ahead and tell us what you do professionally?
Go plug yourself.
Yeah,
Dude,
go
well,
plug yourself.
Jeez, that's a just chirping if I ever heard it. So, anyways, no, I run and own an agency here in town, insurance agency called Weadock Associates, primarily an employee benefits agency, but we do everything. We do everything from individual health insurance, life insurance, property and casualty, so your home, your auto, commercial for your business, and we're very hands-on. We're a small agency, so when you call, there's only a handful of us you're going to talk to. We really like to take care of our clients and make sure that they understand what they're doing. And so, yeah, if you like to, talk to me, we're no pressure. I'll give you the facts. Those are the facts. And if you want to work with us, you work with us. If you don't, you don't. Give me a call, 616-464-0760. If email's your thing, it's a long one. But it's D as in Drew, Polak, Polak, at WeadockAssociates.com, which is WeadockAssociates and Associates is all spelled out .com. And
I'm going to put
that's
this
it.
all on the profile thing on justchirpin.com so people can get to you directly. If you need any of the services in the insurance industry, please give Drew a call. He has really helped out myself, the hockey community here, and we'd like to pass that on. I would like to thank both of you guys very much for stepping in here tonight. Really appreciate having a few pops with you.
Thanks for having us.
You know, I wish you guys good luck here in the up-and-coming season. And I got a feeling we'll be having a few more beverages and share a few laughs together here in the next few weeks.
That
And
might
I really
happen.
appreciate it, guys.
No,
You guys
no
really mean a
doubt.
lot to me. Thank you so much.
Thank
No,
you.
we appreciate it very much.
Yeah.
Pleasure's all ours.
Thanks for listening, gang. We hope you like our product. You can check us out at justchirpin.com. That's just chirpin without the G. There you'll find our links to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. Give us a thumbs up or send us an email and tell us what you don't like about us, or send us some links of what you want to talk about. So with that being said, we'll see you next week. See you at the rink.
Welcome to the show. It's called Chirpin', yeah? And chirpin's what we do. And if you play a little bit of hockey, then I'm sure you'd be chirpin' too. So I started this show with my good friend and my crazy ass cousin. So get on this mic and we'll chirp all night, 'cause we're chirping to you. So pull up a chair and grab a brew and listen to Chirpin', Chirpin'. Yeah, I'm talking about that dirt nine chirpin'. You know I got that dumb chirpin'. Yeah, I'm talking about the dirt nine chirpin'. Got that dumb bang chirpin'. Yeah, yeah, wow, yeah.
What in the hell are you doing? Give me that guitar right now. You're done.
Go back to the pond.
I'll go yourself, buddy.
I've heard better chirps out of a dead bird.
You.
You.
And Hank Williams Sr., you are not.